lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Consolidated. I thought, me personally, I thought 590 would held a little stronger for the end of the week. I thought we would trade in this range to end the week. Well, at least till Friday before the move happened. But the move happened prematurely. The move happened today. Lost 590, 589, 590 area for the trend continuation to continue the breakdown, which is good news for the Bears. But you got to be careful. Do you want to continue to short this and chase this down here, or would you wait for a pullback to get short? So that'll be my game plan for the morning, is to see if where we open up in pre-market after the news drops, of course. But if we say we open up somewhere down here, then you're gonna look for a bounce to retest prior day low and for the trend to continue down. But say if we hold here during pre-market, look for the bounce, and then you can possibly get short up in this area for trend continuation. So that would be what I'll be watching. I'll be watching these levels in the morning during pre-market, and then I'll come back and restructure my plan if need be. If my levels all been invalid, then I'll come back in and set my chart back up pre-market, make some adjustments if I have to. Because, I mean, obviously you should be looking to sell right now. But even though the market can bounce off this 585, which is level of support, that's a gap fill, right back to this consolidation zone that was last held in January 15th before it gapped up and broke out. Came back and fill it. So is this the new support, and is this the new range from 589 down to 579? Bounce up and hit this $10 range now for a little bit before it make another move down, or would that be bottom? Who knows? You never know. But it's we at right now, we at that 5% correction though, from all-time highs from 513 to about 5 in the within the 580s will be a 5% correction for the S&P 500 on the year, which is, I mean, investors, they like to buy at that 5% correction. Now, are we aiming for a 10% correction right now, or would it pause right here and find consolidation, and this will be the bottom for the year? Um, who knows? But I know as a day trader and as a level trader, which I trade off key levels, support and resistance levels, which I call zones, blah blah blah. Some people trade off supply and demand. Some people, there's a million ways to trade this market. So for me, my game plan going into the market tomorrow, I'll be looking for either this support to hold in the morning and try to get and play calls back to the push to retest that 590 area, 590, 591 area up here for the continuation down, for to make another higher low and then go try to push and make another lower low, or will this be bottom and the market just squeezes up tomorrow? PCE data come out tomorrow morning, so that's gonna be big for decisions that the Fed will make. So the market likes to speculate and just get ahead of the ball before the decisions are actually made to get all the hype back in the market. But just look at the setup though. We had almost a 5% correction on the S&P 500. Tomorrow, core PCE come out, and that's the measurements the Fed really like to use on their inflation data. So if that comes in cool, then it's going to get back to, oh, would the Fed have another rate cut or the pause or blah 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 for that March meeting. So I mean, we 5% down from all-time highs, which is a good spot to buy if you were an investor, right? Which is crazy how the market just set up and just places right at these levels for tomorrow and for that key economic data to come out for another push into the month. or will it come out hot and then the market just continue to flush down, and then that 10% correction is probably will be more likely, but that's never here nor there. We'll just be watching the levels tomorrow, see if we can catch us a nice trade off these levels. But if we lose 590 and it breaks back in 590, then it's going to get back up to like 595 for sure, 594, 595 for sure, if it breaks out back above 590. So that's what we'll be watching. Possibly get short up in this area for trend continuation at open, or if we break down in this level, watch for the bounce back up to retest. If we open up low, watch for the open and then get short back on the retest of prior day low for continuation. But yo, these are my levels for in the morning time, and we'll make our adjustments if need be in pre-market after that data come out and stuff. And I know that's going to move the market. So these are just my levels going into the morning. So give me a game plan of what to look for, what to prep for, and how to go about my day. I know that we're in a short-term downtrend, so obviously I would like to look for a spot to get short for a nice trade, but I will play calls for a nice scalp up to resistance zones. If that play come into effect, then I will take it. I wouldn't be scared to take it, because we see the market consolidated, broke down. This could be like a straight bear trap though, because if this was to happen in like if the market was still going right now and this breakdown happened, people would have been closing to get out of that, especially to push straight down to 585 to close. But that was a strong close, and you can see even in after hours it didn't bounce. It hasn't done nothing. But I know what it is though they set the market right here because of that core PCE data that's coming out in the morning. That's going to tell a lot about the economy and what the Fed's decision may be going into rate hikes and stuff like that. So we just got to be patient, let the news come out, let us pray, and then just react to the market. Don't try to predict anything. Set your levels, wait for your levels to come into play, and then make a decision based on that. So that's how we approach the night set. That's how we approach the levels for the night. Trying to look for levels, key levels that we like to trade off of. I like to trade off prior day low, prior day high. I like to find what I call a mid level that was once support, now turned to possible resistance. And I never can pinpoint the top or the bottom of those zones, but anywhere within those area, I like to possibly take a trade whenever I see sellers present themselves at resistance and buyers present themselves as support. That's how I go about my trading. And yeah, so I'll probably post another video in the morning about the morning session, if we need to make those adjustments. So the question is, will market continue to drop, or will we get that bounce pre-market or opening and then sellers come in for the continuation lower? Time will tell. All right. Peace.